Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the stream. This is going to be the final map between Titan and Hellraisers to determine who gets the first seed in this group, who gets a spot at the major, who isn't shamed into an early retirement, who actually wins the series.
Anything else?
Welcome back, Natu. What do you think, buddy? It's going to be Cobble to settle this score.
Yeah, it is, and I actually think this is going to favor Hellraisers, if you ask me, to be honest with you. I think the problem with Titan is, like I've pointed out a couple times, they've only had a couple days to practice. They obviously don't have the strongest of map pulls, but they won the knife round, so I'm assuming they're probably going to start on the CT side. That could be a saving grace for them.
That just might make the difference. The question is the coordination there, right? We're always talking on Cobble. You got to be coordinated on that CT side. You got to get that economy strong, and you got to know how to stop the rushes, stop the pushes, and according to some, drop down room is the key to this map.
But it is. That is very much true, because if you get the control of that, it's just going to enable you to do so many things. You can do a B split, you can do A split, and it's very hard to defend if you lose it. And it's going to make your rotations so much harder as well.
It's too late. It's too late. You had one more sentence, right, that broke the joke. Come on, Natu.
Damn. My bad.
Rumor has it you can do the actual splits as well, but okay. Okay, then.
All right. You got it in there.
I got it in there.
There we go.
But, yeah, guys, countdown has begun. Don't worry. There's plenty more where that came from. You guys are mine for the next 45 minutes. Let's go. It's going to be the pistol round. Titan starting on the CT side, Hellraisers on the offense, on the T side. And really, I think there are two individuals that our eyes are going to be on for this map, Shoxy and Simple.
An interesting purchase from Hellraisers for this pistol round.
Oh.
3 sets of smokes and Molotovs.
Oh.
To start things off, what do they have planned?
This smells like a B play to me.
Oh, definitely does, right.
This smells like we're going to go towards the round, the voluptuous letter.
But they've actually gone to scout this middle first, and that's where Titan's playing really aggressively with Scream. What a shot from him, though.
Oh, he's taking out Simple. Yeah. And actually, that dropped one of the sets. Yeah. That is a little troubling here for Hellraisers.
That's going to be a game plan changing thing for sure.
I mean, if there's a way to screw things up, it's to let the guy holding your nades die. Yeah. Because then it's like, well, what do we do now, guys? I mean, at least you got 2 guys. I mean, they had insurance, and so I think that's what we have to take away from this. They had insurance. Mo and Kucher still have it. Adrian still has 1 smoke, but they're down a Molotov now. And we have to see what's it going to be. Looks like it's going to be up on the A side instead. Bomb making its way through A-long, through the apartments.
Yeah, that's a viable option with this amount of smokes. Adrian actually picking up that 3rd smoke as well. They're going to be able to smoke off the choke points and make a good attack here to the A side, but they're down 1 man. Is that going to be the difference maker? And it seems like Titan has actually double stacked this site. This could be a surprise element here.
Yeah, 2-1-2 setup here from Titan. Very cookie cutter, very clean. And now the push begins. Shoxy falls back. He sees the smokes, counts the number of them as well. So this could be good. 3 smoke going in. That should be more than enough of a warning here. And Titan start the rotation over. Molotovs onto the back of the side. Shoxy lining up 1 headshot, clicking away, trying to force it, trying to make it happen, but it's not going to be. Scream is here, and he stopped the plant, and now it's all going to be down to Kucher, who's only got 7 points of health, 8 seconds left, and well, a singular drive to get the job done. But Scream, he has no mercy.
Double stack in the site. It was what was the medicine to destroy that attack altogether. Interesting pre-mollies from Hellraisers as well, destroying the Molotov site, hoping that Titan was holding those spots, which obviously was not the case, and it's going to be Titan getting that dream start as well, winning that pistol round. But Hellraisers is not waiting for anything. They're going to be forced by into this, and only just 1 smoke to work with. They're going to be relying on hitting a lot of shots on these rounds if they want to make it happen.
Yeah, not a single flash for drop. A little tricky to take over that position without something to try and divert the attention. They even go so far as to smoke drop down.
Yeah, that's when it comes down to timing. You sort of just have to get lucky with the timing or the first bullet hitting in the head.
We all know what happens when a Tech 9 bullet hits first. You're dead.
You're done for.
Let's see, they're changing it up. Okay, seems like based on positions, Kucher might want a different gun. He's handed off that Deagle over to Simple. Angel still has his, and now Hellraisers, looks like it's going to begin. They're gathering up right outside the smoke. Nice little HE preliminary, but it doesn't really do any damage. And instead, Existence gets flashed in. Trades 1 for 1. They line up for him. He does massive damage. Triple kill for him. And Scream is there to stop the flank. Scream with the double kill. But Existence, that was masterful.
If there's a way to deny an attack, that's one. What a way from Existence to get into this match as well. Those 3 kills just basically destroying that idea from Hellraisers. That's going to be putting them to a save round here.
Oh man, it was glorious. What a thing of beauty.
Third shot as well was very beautiful.
And now, well, P250s, just a few of them picked up here for Hellraisers. It's pretty much a hard eco for them. We'll see. Is it full YOLO? Looks like full YOLO. Shoxy runs right through. He gets it behind enemy lines, and Scream is there to hold the front. 2 kills for Scream, 1 for Shoxy. Simple and Kucher still alive. They've got the bomb, and they're just trying to leg it onto the site, but RPK is here to hold the line, and he's going to click away Kucher. Leaves Simple all by his lonesome.
That's the no respect in your face play from Titan. I really like that. I have to appreciate it, considering what Hellraisers, especially a certain Simple, hashtag new Simple, been trying to put to Titan.
Simple looks like he's pondering life right now.
Yeah.
What do I want to do? How many headshots do I want to get this round?
How many knife kills shall I have this half?
So these are the questions of a god tier player. Shoxy, speaking of which, looks for the shot and he spots him, but he's not fast enough to pull the trigger. Doesn't give away his position, which is good. Good trigger control there. Let's see if the element of surprise, it's still with him. Do they actually peek into this? Now there's the wall bang. Bullet kisses him.
Not surprised we're going to be seeing Simple here, and B-Long is going to be the one working it. See, he could be the difference maker here on this half for Hellraisers if he manages to make those openings and beat sight.
Simple getting blinded as well. Do they actually spot him though? I don't think so. I don't think so, and there it is. Surprise, surprise. Existence, he's got, but Scream is there to pick off the first man. Instant headshot return from Kucher, and now Shoxy's pinned down. He tries for the flash to get himself out of here. They're landing nades on him. He's stuck, and Moo hits the headshot. RPK and Smiths, the last 2 alive here for Titan. The rotation is coming in towards that A site, but the smoke goes down to block RPK off. And really at this point, 2-on-4 retake scenario. It's not looking too healthy. It's not looking too hot. RPK though, if you hit headshots like that, you might still have a chance, but it's still a very tall order here. Gotta appreciate the fact that Smith has worked his way all the way into the back halls as well, but he's losing his teammates, so
yeah,
not really sure why Smith would be getting closer to the site now.
Exactly. Should be taking the opposite direction at this point. They need to save, but that was Hellraisers not even having to do anything really. All they had to be was be there together, and those kills were sort of brought it to them.
Are you trying to say what I think you're trying to say, not to? Okay, that works too. Double kill for Smiths, gets out with an M4. Looking for that third one. He wants to make this as expensive as possible for Hellraisers. If he can get the op and out, yes he can! Big play by Smiths in the end. I mean, the safe route would have been the wiser decision, but this works as well. He saves the AWP, takes the risk, and it pays off.
Definitely, and all those kills, it's actually going to be putting Hellraisers in a bit of a pickle here.
This is far from ideal.
Definitely. The buys they're going to be able to get is going to be compromised here. Still a healthy amount of nades though, so still enables them to do a set piece if they wanted to.
They have just enough. It seems like it's going to be a turn of speed here, at least at the beginning. Adrian was setting up. He's got that flash. Smoke goes down to cancel out the Molotov. And well, straight down into drop. RPK full flash, recovers in time, gets the first, but it's a quick trade. Simple, right on his teammate's ass. That's perfect. So long as you can get that trade kill effectively, it's going to work out. But Smiths in Existence, they each get 2 picks. Adrian finally removes Smiths. He's got a rifle to work with now if he wants it. They're just getting picked off right now, and Simple tries to go through the smoke. Not meant to be, and Titan, they recover very well there in that scenario. 4-1 the score now, and right back to square one for Hellraisers.
Yeah, it's a horrible situation, and that's thanks to Smiths playing the way he did the previous round. Getting those kills in the situation where he had to save his weapon. Playing it. We called it out that maybe a bit too aggressive, but at the end of the day, that's the biggest influence in the situation being what it is right now. It's essentially, the next round is not going to be something pretty for Hellraisers. Probably have to double save, to be honest with you.
I agree. And, well, yeah, there you go. I mean, they went for some Tech 9s just to invest a little bit in this round. Hellraisers just hoping that they can find some way to get a plant. But a deep smoke here is going to force Adrian back, just removing portions of the map here from Hellraiser's control. It's not going to make the job any easier here for Hellraisers. They want to be all about just getting onto that site as quickly as possible, but Titan doing everything they can to make sure that Hellraisers don't have the time.
Yep, smart plays from Titan now, playing pretty passively, not giving anything for free to Hellraisers.
Yeesh, and Shoxy missing a shot. Still, good flash to buy more time. Scream working his way in. Will pick up the first kill. Might not realize that there's another man on the right. He's going to snap two now. Figures it out, and, well, Angel, nothing really you can get done there. Shoxy, though. Shoxy missing some shots. It's a little worrisome if you're counting on him to get the op in play for you.
See what Hellraisers does here. If I was them, I would definitely double save here. Just get some Tech 9s, maybe a set of nades to work with, and try to do an execute, but no, they're just going to go for that purchase.
Oh, man.
This is the high risk. Not even sure if it's a high reward play, just a high risk play.
I was wondering myself, and I'm not seeing it. I mean, just get the AWP for Moo or for Simple, whichever, but get all the nades you need for an execute as well. You only have a single smoke. Nades are so important on Cobble. There's so much open space that without smokes, you have to worry about so many angles. I mean, it's definitely far from ideal here for Hellraisers to get the job done, but we'll see. I mean, they've been hitting headshots, Simple as well in particular. He's got the AK this time.
And it's going to be up to Titan now. Are they going to be giving free entries, or they're going to be playing more conservative, which they should. Don't give any opportunities to your opponent right now. That's what Hellraisers is striving from.
And Existence is down to one smoke at the minute mark. Still a couple Molotovs left to use, though. RPK chucks one out. Shoxy still holding on to one, but he's over on the A site. Yeah, we can see him trying to get information, trying to spot into mid. Well, now, what's the play here? They're going to peek up, and Existence somehow finds a shot. But Simple, once again, boosted up, returns that very quickly. And it looks like it's just going to be the full-on acceleration here from Hellraisers. They want to try and get out onto this site quickly, but good positioning here by Titan. Existence falling back, holding a more passive angle. They walk into his crosshairs, and, well, they can't quite get anything done. Adrian does get killed, but the rotation, it's had time to come through here for Titan. And there it is, Shox. It's like a period at the end of the sentence. This round is done.
Yeah, if you want to do that push to B, you just need to have those smokes placed to the right positions and have a good timing with the flashes. Otherwise, the CTs are just going to pick you apart, and exactly what happened as well. Hellraisers keeping it way too simple in that situation.
Yeah, now, well, they're really struggling to get bomb plants right now, Hellraisers as well.
That's
it. They just aren't getting bonus money to work with to get force buys or get effective force buys going for themselves.
That's the scary part as well, when you're not going down to those situations where you manage to get bomb plants. Sells you those problems in your gameplay right now.
Oh my gosh, Shoxy, how do you live with yourself? Doing such horrible things to your opponents.
And the bad thing for Hellraisers right now is that Titan's bank is just, wow, it's just off the chart.
Yeah, it's starting to look really good over there on Titan's side.
But now Mo, he has the op, so let's see how they utilize that if they're going to go for the picture.
And they finally have full nades.
They do.
They finally have full nades on Hellraiser's side. They have the AWP. Mo even has a smoke and a flash to work with. So now they should have everything they need here, Hellraisers. What is the play? Mo to open up on Shoxy. That's a start. That's certainly a strong start. That's the best case scenario here in this round.
Yeah, that's going to force a rotation from Titan as well. It's only going to be actually Scream playing alone here on A side, so Titan banking all that attack coming to B side at this point in time. But it's Hellraisers actually moving towards to make their way to that A site as we peek. And Adrian going down to Spades as well. That's going to be the lonely man towards B going down.
That's so dangerous, but Titan are really showing a tendency to do that, so I'm surprised that Adrian will get caught off guard. Seems like every round Existence is jumping up onto that plateau. You gotta be really worrisome. And Scream finds a headshot. Great spray control from him. Traces the bullets right onto Moo, but Kucher is there to refrag, and RPK decides to go ahead and take the fight to him. Going for the shots. Simple is there, and Simple just cannot best the old legend. And that's pretty much it. 8-1. We are witnessing a complete and utter meltdown on Hellraiser's side.
For sure. At the same time, Titan, though, they're doing a great job of pop flashing their teammates in. And like we saw here, RPK going into town. Actually, it was before, I think it was Scream that got pop flashing to side alt, making a kill or two. So it's just good coordination from Titan right now, and just getting things working out in their favor.
Well, a quick flash in the drop-down room. They're going to go running through, but Scream was playing a good passive position. They do manage to get 2 kills very quickly here, Hellraisers, so this might actually work out their way. Scream having to fall back, supporting his mate. They've been spotted out behind the box, though. Angel trying to put some damage on them. They need to get up there on the site with this bomb, but they walk out into the open. Scream in existence. They shred them, and Scream doing what Scream does best. Very good control at the end there. Keeps his cool, taps away. That is like pure Scream.
Yeah, if I'm Hellraisers, I would actually consider taking a timeout because they're having trouble entering bomb sites like you pointed out before. So fundamentally, they're not putting themselves in situations where they're actually even about to win rounds. Except for maybe this rush here to B. There was potential there until Scream happened. So sort of have to just start thinking about what should we change here? How do we approach this map differently?
I'm convinced that the players timed those nades just to kill that chicken. That chicken is the first casualty on so many rounds of Cobble. You know, seriously though. Hellraisers again with the default kind of setup. This is definitely proving to be their bread and butter, although this time they've elected to bring the bomb to A early on.
And you can tell from a lot of teams, I think the difference here for Hellraisers is that they're not forcing entry to this B plateau. A lot of teams do that.
Yeah, you're right.
It's a way of making a lot of distraction, possibly forcing that first pick. It shocks his legs. Angel.
And that's not something you see every day. But then Moo, he's like, I'll do you one better, mate. The op kills in 1, and Soxy will finally track down Angel. Scream still boosted up. Angel not aware of this rotation coming back here from Hellraisers. They want to go back towards A, towards that AWP. Maybe can overwhelm him, strength of numbers, all that jazz. But Shoxy, he's alive, but not for long. Simple catches him out, and this is going to be a 3-on-3 retake scenario, but Scream's still alive in the apartments. This could actually throw him for a loop here, Hellraisers. I don't think that they're aware that Scream is going to be there for the flank. RPK, though, doesn't need his teammates' help. He's going to go ahead and get the job done himself. Double kill for him. And, well, Kucher just gets completely shut down. The streak continues here for Titan, but that's all off. Like, you can see the reasoning. They're like, I've only seen Shocks up in apartments. It's only Shocks. You kill Shocks, that's it. They're going to have to rotate in from B. And lo and behold, Scream is there in the apartments, just a backstab.
It's timeout time for Hellraisers. Question is, if it's a little bit too late, though. I mean, considering the way they played in the first 2 maps, they were playing together so well, executing close to perfection. Right now, they're playing very much every man for themselves, and it just doesn't work that way.
This is what Hellraisers do. I mean, it's crazy. This is why we nicknamed them the bracket wreckers for the longest time, right? Because in a best-of-1 scenario, like on the first map, they can crush anybody. They can literally take the fight to anybody and win in a best-of-1 scenario. But you get them into a best-of-3, you survive that second map, and this is what happens. They just fade away. The longer the series tends to go, the better your odds are if you're facing the Hellraisers. So now, I mean, really not too sure of what to make of this. Hellraisers, I mean, they have called for the tactical timeout, so they're finally deciding to take a breather, but it feels like the damage is already done. There's 10 rounds picked up for Titan on this CT side of Cobble.
We haven't seen a single set piece towards that B bomb side, for example, a thing that a lot of teams do. All they just try to do basically is simple. It's going to be on boosted up on that one box, and just going to be hoping for a Titan player to overly commit to it, getting that first pick and then work from that. But I would really like to see a set piece here from Hellraisers. Smoking off all the fundamentals and Molotoving, flashing in and going together in there as one wave, making it impossible for Titan to refrag. But I'm not sure if they have that in their strategy book. It doesn't seem like that so far. It's been a very, very one-dimensional gameplay from Hellraisers so far.
Yeah, there has not been a lot of subtlety. And they kind of look perplexed, rather, over on Hellraiser's side as well. Actually, somewhat reminding me of Renegade's demeanor.
Yeah, I agree. It's like they just run out of steam somehow, all of a sudden.
They look totally deflated, you're right. So, I mean, and well, Titan at this point, they've just got to be so confident. They've got more than enough rounds on their CT side.
Oh, yeah.
This is just shaping up to be an ideal situation for Titan. But unpaused, we are now live. The countdown has begun. It will be a buy round here for Hellraisers. They're going to force up. But they do get a relatively healthy nade count behind this. So there are still options here for the CIS team. Whereas Titan, double op is the answer for them. Okay, then.
No auto sniper, though.
True, no auto sniper. I mean, Smiths is one of those guys who will go for the auto sniper, but pretty much that's the one way to trump the auto is if you got an op, it's just like, okay, no, stop.
Seems like it's going to be another default kind of around here from Hellraisers, just working that mid control to start off with. Trying to get that first pick, and then work from there on out. So far, it's not really worked out for them, so let's see if they can change that in this round 12 of Cobblestone.
Shots. I mean, we can hear him clearly. Just shots going through that smoke, hoping to get lucky, hoping to do some damage here to soften a target up. But the bomb is waiting kind of in the middle right now. Mid-halls, nothing really going on too much. There's the pop flash to get control of long. Shoxy gonna get forced in. He gets the shot this time. Angel is gone, and now Scream. Oh, the perfect. No, he doesn't get it. Kucha reacts in time. That could have been catastrophic for Hellraisers. But Scream, he tried to go for the fancy pants plays, and he just gets completely dethroned. Existence hoping to be able to get the job done, but Moo there. 3 kills for Moo so far in this round, and Smiths goes for the flick, not gonna get it, tries to line it up again, misses the second shot, third shot, no! And Smiths, I think it's time to bow out of this situation.
Yeah, I think so too, but finally Hellraisers playing as a team, sandwiching that side corridor and getting Shocks and Scream out of the occasion. And then Mo in the end also picking the next 2 kills, just sealing the deal, but this is exactly what they need to do. If they're not doing the set pieces, at least build up the rounds together to give yourself the opportunity to always refrag. If you go down with one man, it won't matter as much as long as you play together. So maybe a glimmer of hope to Hellraisers because they're going to be putting that second round on the board for themselves.
There we go. Everybody at the end surviving, and Hellraisers get their second round on the board of this half, and that's going to give them just a little bit of breathing room.
But they definitely need to string these together right now. If they mock this one out, it's gonna be almost done for.
Yeah, that's the thing. Just okay. Shoxy's got the op. Shoxy's got the op. He's got a fresh buy, double op again for Titan. So long as they have the bank, it seems like this is going to be their go-to strategy. Whereas for Hellraisers, full buy on their side. Moo held on to the op from the last round, so they are able to make that stick. And right now we see 4 players gathered up outside of mid, looking towards A. This could be a little bit of a different approach here for Hellraisers. They want to repeat what they did last round, essentially.
Yep, it's what it looks like.
And this time, Shoxy's going to change it up. Scream isn't weighted, boosted in the halls, so there's no free kill here for Hellraisers.
But look at this reaction from Titan. They're falling back. They just really read that situation. They realized it's coming, and they just fall back here.
Awkward spot for Shoxy.
Yeah, it's a very all-in one.
All or nothing. Full YOLO. Sees the gun barrel. Sees the gun barrel.
This is the moment where your team needs a set piece. That's what Hellraisers need to, if they want to attack that A site. They need to have some smokes coming in, and that's exactly what's going to happen.
2 players very close to connector, though. There's going to be a fast rotation here for Titan. And there it is. Flash in. Scream gets 1 kill, and he's waiting around the angle. Actually stands aggressive. Trades 1 for 2. That's perfectly fine. Rotation has come out now as well. RPK is on the scene. Shoxy with the AWP. Nice Molotov. Good thorough play coming out here from Hellraisers. And Shoxy realizes, I just don't have the time or the space. But he gets out of dodge, and he drops the bomb carrier. Kucher is gone. It's going to come down to Adrian and Angel now, the double A. But can they actually do it? Smith's easy shot, picks off Adrian. Knows the second man is there as well. 10 seconds left, just trying to buy the time. He's going to have to stick the plant. There's no time. Smith getting close, and Angel just managed to get that plant just in the nick. And now it's the waiting game. It's the mind game. Who's gonna flinch first? Smiths and Angel facing off. They've located each other. Now comes down to the shot, but Smiths clutches it for his team. And that's the big play for Smiths. And that is soul-shattering for Hellraisers.
Exactly, and that's demoralizing. First Scream getting those first picks, and then Hellraisers somehow managing to creep themselves in this round. But then in the end, it's Smiths that prevails, winning that one-on-one and putting Hellraisers in a situation where essentially they have to force buy because the money situation is such as they get 3 AKs on the board. Here we have Scream getting those picks. Smiths getting that kill on Adrian and Angel.
Man, that was so close. Down to 12 HP on Smiths.
Still a 7 8s for Hellraisers though, so let's see. It's again a very similar approach, but just a lot faster though.
Yeah, this is it. They're trying to change up the pace, trying to catch Shoxy off guard. There's the flash. It's going to be a bit late, though, and Angel gets the first pick. Rotation's already through for Scream, and he picks up the first kill, spots the man in underpass, but Kucher straight out of apartments. No time wasted here for Hellraisers. They are just plowing onto this site. RPK, though, will trade 1 for 2, and Existence lurking on the edge of the smoke, realizes that somebody's close, and clutches it in the end for Titan. No 1v2 this time. Titan, they put their foot down, 12-2 the score.
It looks so good for Hellraisers there. Speeding things up, getting the first picks and everything. And the sandwich effect, again, happening in the beginning, but here we have Existence sealing the deal for Titan. It's a 12-2 scoreline. Still wondering, where's all the set pieces from Hellraisers? They're just not happening.
To me, this feels just like Hellraisers actually are just so heavily relying on their aim. This is it. They actually don't have a set piece. They're like, just get headshots. And well, RPK shows that he can control the spray, that he can pace himself well. Simple will find the shot onto Smiths, but man advantage, huge advantage here. Firepower as well for Titan. Although, as I say that, 2 pistol kills coming in here for Hellraisers. Scream, though, just annihilates Simple. Picks off Klucher, and it's going to be down to Angel now in a 1v2. He's going to be able to actually pick up a gun to work with. Oh, this sneaky play. Shoxy, that's the BDP right there.
Timing is real. Take Molotov out, and there's Shoxy. He's sealing the deal for 13-2 scoreline going into the second half. Yeah, I mean, what you gonna do? It's more of an 8-7 kind of a map. When you're picking up 2-3 rounds, you're putting yourself in a very uncomfortable spot. Scream hitting a lot of shots this half. He was up to 22 frags, leading his team on the scoreboard going into the second half. This is all or nothing plus around for Hellraisers.
Who's gonna do what now? That's the question. Let's see here.
Yeah, Titan.
Full kits, or no, not full kits, full Kevlar pretty much.
Yeah, no nades for Titan, so that implies they're gonna be doing something quite simple and heavily just relying on that aim.
Rely on the pressure. They've got Hellraisers backed into a corner.
And the mobility of that clock. Wow, hello chicken.
That was an adventurous chicken. I didn't know that chickens did base jumping. You know, like, hey man, poor little guy, he could like break a toe or something.
Live and learn, live and learn.
All right, and there we go. There's the push, Titan straight into drop. They're gonna go right into connector as well. This could get nasty. Focusing on the fights. They're in a bit of a crossfire, but that's sorted out. Smiths, actually it's Angel. He's gonna run out of bullets now. But then they, okay, I don't even know. It's all over the place. This is crazy. Scream trying to hold it, and he's actually going to catch the man going through the murder hole. Adrian will find that kill, but it's still a huge health lead here for Titan. Bomb has been planted. Shock's in a 1v2, and he clutched it on overpass. Let's see if he can do it again. Spots out the 2 members, though, and now this is going to get rough. He needs to find the shot, and he will, and he fades away. He's playing this so well. Adrian, what does he do? Shoxy, what? He's just so fearless. Just runs in there.
Close but no cigar for Shoxy again.
And if you just, I mean, if you had just played patient, just a few more seconds, a couple more seconds would have done it. Adrian wouldn't have had the defuse. The kit was all the way over by connector.
Nice try from Titan, though. That split through drop to connector to 8. Not working out.
And well, here we go. Force buy from Titan. 13-3.
Yeah, this implies they're probably going to go for a set piece towards that B bomb site. I'm assuming.
Quite a few nades, actually.
Yeah, that's why I think of it.
Yeah, they're trying to change the pace. And they dodged the initial nades as well. Big reaction there. They baited out so many nades.
Yeah. They just wanted to make presence towards that B bomb site to make sure there's 3 guys at least there. And then a full 180. Start going towards the nade site. But now the thing is they need to keep that tempo up.
Yeah, exactly. They really need to apply the pressure. 4 players over on the B side. Hellraisers waiting so long to rotate. Smokes are going to go down to block off connector. Angel going to get up on the balcony fairly quick, but Smiths could actually go for the backstab. Kucher alive on the site, and this is it. Their time to shine. Kucher with the double kill. Smiths takes out Adrian. Man advantage for Hellraisers, and that bomb has not been planted. They're still alive on the site itself, although as I say that, Existence and Shoxy finding the kills. Simple, though, will save the day, and he even swaps out for the Mag 7. Okay. Then sees the light and goes back to the M4A1.
Great idea from Titan there. Making that presence known early on in the round and then rotating towards that A side as Existence gets that first headshot. Is he able to get the second one?
Oh, this is so scary. And he's still out in the open. 25 seconds left. And they peek together. They're going to rush them together. Great team play there at the end by Hellraisers. Both of them just facing at the same time. Nothing really Existence could do if he showed himself.
Yeah, but a close round nonetheless. It's going to be putting Titan to a save here. Existence buying us. Never mind. They're forcing it.
What?
It's an interesting approach, I guess.
No, they're not. They are forcing it. Never mind. They are actually forcing. I thought they were going to go for a quasi or something, but no. This is a straight force from Titan. I mean, this is not ideal. This could actually allow for Hellraisers to build confidence. If Hellraisers shut it down again, you're going to basically be saying, okay, well, we're going to give you another round to farm money off of us.
Essentially, this is happening because they got the 3 kills. So they figured, let's apply the pressure, but this could backfire.
Ugh. Yeah, this is scary indeed, no doubt about it. Kucher spotted movement at underpass, sees the first man go through, sees everybody, and Angel's there to just add to the hail of bullets spewing out of that P90. But a man advantage here for Hellraisers. They are fairly tagged, though. Angel gets caught, but Kucher's there. He gets fragged, and it's just back and forth right now. Smith's trying to hold behind, but he's still in a 2-on-2. He's got that AK. Bomb dropped under balcony, though. That's certainly not going to help things. They have to get way too close to the remaining Hellraisers players here. Moo and Adrian, all they have to do is play very calm, very patient CS. It's up to Smiths now to hope that he can catch somebody off guard. And this might be it. Just under the balcony, sneaks his way by, and does he dare? Yes, he does. There it is. Stands his ground, gets the spray. He knew he was committed at that point. But now Adrian knows that the bomb is stuck there. Adrian with a big spray, and he gets the double kill.
Smiths, hello. Good morning. He didn't realize what was going on. That's because of the silence M4, I'm guessing. Couldn't hear the shots coming in, and it's a saving grace for Hellraisers, keeping them in play. And now it comes the decision time for Titan. Are you gonna force buy once again?
Oh, yeah.
Well, I guess why not?
I mean, they keep putting Hellraisers down to 1 or 2 players. Titan, and I mean, obviously with the round loss bonus, they're not getting plants, but with the round loss bonus, they're still getting more and more money every round. So, seems like Titan, they're not interested in ecoing. Not to me.
Oh, it's overrated. Totally.
I mean, these guys are esports pros. They know how to live on a shoestring budget. It's all good. Question is, though, now, yeah, Moose is caught in a bit of a tricky spot. Can't back up behind the boxes. Kucher waiting in connector, spots the first man through. Free kill there, readjusts his aim, and Simple with the double spray. RPK and Scream down. And now it's Shoxy, and just Shoxy. And, well, Shoxy, you're already getting fired on. It ain't looking pretty, and they're going for the knife, and they really do dare. That's some confidence, I guess.
I guess you could call that.
I mean,
call it dumb, but, you know.
Yeah, they get the kills, but really when you don't have any bank, do you really want to try and just go for the chance knife?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm not sure what even makes sense in their play sometimes, so not that surprised, to be honest with you. It's time for Titan to cut it loose and make a save here. And look forward to the next rounds. Obviously, Hellraisers is caught on to this.
That's the issue, you know. That's what I'm worried about, right? With Titan constantly going for forces, Hellraisers winning those forces, winning against rather. Hellraisers are going to start getting more and more confident. Now only 7 rounds separating these two teams. And well, Titan, let's see. Are they capable of actually making something happen here on a bit more of a hard eco? Shot out, Angel mows down RPK.
Good shocks, a lot more aggressive approach to this Beeple toe compared to Simple. Snow takes him down though, so it doesn't work in this eco round.
Wasn't meant to be this time, that's for sure. And well, now let's see. Just 3 players left for Titan, and they're trying to walk their way in, hoping to catch somebody out. Kucher playing well, using the pillar to his advantage, basically making himself a very small target, a really hard target to hit for Titan. And Existence, yeah, he's down to his well, basically, he's on his own. And they're going to come looking for him. and they don't mess around this time. I was a little worried for a second that somebody was going to take a knife out.
Yeah, we haven't seen the Zeus this match.
That's true.
It's surprising to me, actually.
I want to say that's because European players have souls, but
wow. Sure. Shots fired.
Heyo.
All right, it's going to be the first time that Titan actually has a full buy. Smith's on the up, rest of them on the AK. Looking like it's going to be a default kind of an approach to this round for them.
What is it? Let's see. Shoxy, wow, okay, this is it. All-out aggression, looking for the headshot. Not going to get it just yet, but he's still alive. There's still that pressure on Hellraisers to remove him from the site. Still up on the plateau, and there we go. Molotov to force him out. He has to move, and he gets a moving headshot onto Move. That was disgusting.
Exactly what Simple had to do in the first half. Didn't manage to do it. Classic Shocks there. And making that first pick happen for his team, and making it much easier to approach this round to Titan.
This could be it, the big moment. They could finally get up onto 14 rounds. Hellraisers, they have the bank though, so it's not the end of the world if they lose this round. It's far from over, but Titan gathering up in mid, straight up from underpass onto this A site. Rotation coming out from Hellraisers. This is going to be all-out war. They're running right into a wall, though. Angel there to take Scream's head off, and it's going to be down to Smith. Spots out the mine behind the wooden logs, and he misses the shot point blank. Shoxy, though, doing work. And that is going to be RPK picking up Kucher. Adrian now the last man here in a 1v4, and geez, this guy's brave.
That was Hellraisers taking a lot of aim battles before. Titan even had to really go into the site. They threw the initial smokes, they threw the initial flashes, and that prompted them, the Hellraisers players, to take a lot of these duels. And look at the Shocks. This guy, he can strafe right and still hit a shot like that, like it's nothing.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. Like, what is that shot? And after so much tapping as well versus Moon, then he was like, you know what? I'm not embracing what the devs want me to do. They want me to run. They want me to move.
Look at this.
And speaking of which, Adrian just decides to eliminate the problem before it can become one. Shoxy, we're not interested in having you up here on the plateau. Or rather, we're going to serve you on it.
Yeah, step on the cockroach.
How do you say that in Spanish?
We're not going there.
Come on!
We're not going there.
It's like cucaracha. Aye. Yeah, Adrian, this is wise. Dropping down to Flowers. This is where it could get tricky, but there it is. Existence taking point. Gets control of the situation, and now we're back into a 4-on-4. Titan continuing to apply the pressure. Existence takes out Simple now. And Scream fake plants? Okay, Scream, just stick the plant, get it down. Kucher picks up one, but RPK is there to stabilize, and it's still a man advantage here for Titan. Now they have the control, although Moo has taken out RPK. Angel moving up on plateau, removes Smith. It's going to be down to Scream, and he's turned it into a 1v1. And Scream now, it's all on him to hit the headshots. Does good damage and follows it up. 2 headshots to seal the round. Titan, they have 8 match points now.
Look at the confidence that Titan is just displaying on these attacks. Simple pop flash after losing that first guy, Shocks. In the 4-on-5 situation, they just go in there with the pop flash and existence of all. Doing a lot of work there, getting those 2 entries going into the site.
He's been chiming in. He's positive right now.
Oh, he is. I think it's actually he's upped his game in general recently by a lot. It's great to see that he's delivering that department as well. Look at this buy from Hellraisers as well. It's going to be a shotgun, a lot of everything, but still not a lot to work with for them.
Well, RPK's taken out Simple already to start. And we lose Mo. He had the Nova. Kucher, though, gets caught out, and this is it, the moment. Shoxy takes out Adrian, and it's completely falling apart for Hellraisers. They were hoping to get that first seed and get that guaranteed spot at the major, but it's looking like they're going to have to battle it out tomorrow. And that is going to be the case. Titan, they secure the first seed and the spot.
Oh, look at Scream.
And Scream, yeah, 26-2-12. That's the thing. It was just classic Hellraisers. They win and look fantastic on the first map, but the longer the series goes, the weaker and weaker they look. I mean, where was Simple on the last 2 maps?
I don't know. I mean, what really threw me off on this third map was the fact that I don't think a single really set play from them. They just tried to force that default and not managing to get the picks while Titan was playing well, ball flashing for teammates, playing together, trading the kills when they had to, giving Hellraisers no options to really do anything, and that's going to be it. It's Titan into major.
Titan into the major. So they've succeeded. And now, well, I think the next step for Titan, the one that really matters, is them getting out of the groups there. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. They have time to prepare for that now. They don't have to worry about anything. They can focus on the big prize. Whereas Hellraisers, it's not done yet. Their ordeal. They don't have to play again today. They can go home to the hotel, watch the remaining match of the night, which is going to be the elimination match of this group. One of those teams is going to go home. But this is going to be it, and we're going to go ahead and hear more from the desk now.
Thanks so much, Anders. That's right. And to answer your question, simply wasn't there. Simply wasn't there. But in the last two matches. But that's a great point. Titans moved on. This is, I guess, for the storyline, it's only appropriate that they get the French revenge. Shocks, I know, wants to stab a knife in the back of Envious at some point. So this is the first step in doing so, and this gives them as well a bit of time to get Scream into the roster, really establish the roles, and move forward. But for Hellraisers, they started off this series looking like the way better team, and then stumble away in the two ensuing maps. Dan, I'll start with you on your thoughts on the game.
Yes, I mean, Overpass straight away. I mean, I was predicting the 2-0 because I felt like, okay, Hellraisers, I feel like Overpass is a great map for them, especially with Simple. He performs really well there. Dust 2 historically has been quite good for Hellraisers recently. It's been a reliable map for them. And with Simple, again, it's always kind of, he's good with the AWP. It's a great AWP map. And, well, Overpass, it was actually very much this story. We saw a lot of really, really tight aggressions coming in from the T side. I think we got like 2 or 3 rounds max from the CT side of Titan. They really, really struggled there. And obviously, and I think we saw the atmosphere on the Hellraisers. They were really, really positive. Pumped. Angel was feeling really good. He was actually talking a lot to Simple to try to keep him, communicating well. But, well, we can return to this point, I guess, in a moment.
Yeah, and I don't want to cut it short. I'll definitely get you guys in on the conversation as well. But we can't keep our special guest waiting. Shocks is standing by with Paula.
Richard, congratulations. You guys are now through to DreamHack Cluj. How does it feel?
Really good. Really nice.
Nice. I mean, that was a pretty interesting performance. Do you want to give me a rundown of how you think the overall match went?
I think we started kinda slow and kinda badly. So Overpass is a really hard map, based on tactics and stuff, and we had only 1 or 2 days of practice. So we started slowly, but then we managed to come back on Dust 2, and we were pretty confident on Cobble, so it felt good at the end.
Do you have much experience playing these guys? I mean, what was your expectation coming into this match?
We were really thinking they're gonna be really better with Simple, and for example, he just kicked our ass on Overpass and stuff. It was really hard. And in the end, yeah, they are better clearly with Simple, but I don't know, we just managed to maybe taking them, I guess, on the experience, because they had some crazy moments, going through smokes and stuff, and we tried to make a slowly game, and it gives us an advantage in this kind of scenario, I guess.
Yeah, so at some point, it went all 3 maps, and at some points you really had to fight to stay in. As a team, how do you think you guys do when you have to dig in really deep to make those clutch moments, when the bomb's down and you have to defend it, attack it, It seems like you guys are actually thriving under pressure at the moment, doing really well.
The funny thing is, all the French team were always like this. For example, on CSS, I remember a few lands when French team just crumble in the winner bracket and then going to the lower bracket, and you don't know why, but they're gonna, and you don't know how, but they're gonna come back. For example, in the top 3 in the land. I don't know. It's when you got maybe a chance a best of 3 lower brackets and stuff. In your mind, it's you are playing I don't know, not at your full potential, And when if you lose, you are just gonna go out. It gives you some strength.
With the whole French reshuffle, the French Revolution, I think as some people called it, Titan, Envy, you were swapping around some players, and yeah, you kind of traded off a bit. Are you happy with the squad as it is now, and especially now that Scream has joined? That's a pretty interesting sort of addition. So how's that going? Are you feeling good with these guys?
Yeah, I'm feeling really good because it's guys I know for now many years, and personally and as a team, I guess it's really better for us to fit Scream in case of Maniac, because for example, I'm taking back my old role, when I went with Very Games and stuff, so the lurker role, and Scream is really we are trying to giving him like a good position so he can be the second or the third, you know, so he can really express his big aim. So overall, I guess we have a better alchemy like this, and I'm hoping really good things for the future.
Well, it is exciting. Obviously, you and Scream, technically some of the best players in the world. People are often citing you as one of the very best. And so going on from here, who knows what's going to happen. Leading up to the major then, what's the plan?
The plan is really to practice as much as we can because it's going to be really short till the major. So we're going to try to make a boot camp and just, yeah, practice, and hope to not have like the fucking curse and go through the group stage, I guess.
All right, last bit before I send it back to the guys. Do you have a prediction for Vexed Sky Red? Because you played Sky Red and it was pretty interesting.
I guess the Polish guys, we're going to take it.
Yeah, and then from there, the winner of that will... So if that does indeed happen, HR versus Vex tomorrow. Do you think it'll be HR to take that? I think they put up a pretty good fight. I'm not sure. What's your opinion?
I still think like HR is going to take it as well because, as I said, with Simple, they are better than before and they got they got more experience than the Polish guys in this kind of pressure, you know, like the last match for a spot of major and stuff. And I guess Hellraisers don't want to miss this major and they're going to win.
Well, fantastic. Congratulations, Richard and the guys on Titan. They are through to Cluj, the major, and we're going to head back over to the couch. I think they've got some stuff to talk about.
Yeah, I think we've got a thing or two to talk about, for sure. Interesting to hear Shox' opinions of Titan's current form, but interestingly as well to mention that Simple simply wrecked them on Overpass. And that time I didn't even try and make the pun. It just came out that way. But I kind of made the comment he was non-existent on the next two maps. We're going to look at some of his clips right now and just discuss, pros, cons to his play and what he does bring to Hellraisers. So we'll start off with that clip. And Dan, we'll go back to you because you were just finishing up a point before we had to cut away to Shox. How rude of him to interrupt us.
So essentially on Overpass, I mean, everything was clicking for Hellraisers, and especially on the CT side. Against the CT side
yes,
Titan.
There it is.
We're seeing that Simple was hitting everything, basically. He was basically in the zone, and the positivity on the team was really there across the board. They were also happy, but as the series progressed, after each mistake, after each poor round, we started to see the mentality on the left side from our perspective of the desk there, where Simple is. It started to drop. The mentality dropped a lot. And of course, Angel's right next to him, and he was communicating a lot with Simple, and we could start to see that, Simple, his performances start to drop as well. So, I mean, he has this reputation for not necessarily gelling the best with his team and having a bit of toxicity going on. And I think we could kind of see that from our perspective here. I mean, what did you think about that, Janko?
I feel that, as we could see from the first clip on Overpass, Hellraisers were down 5-1 when Simple got that quad kill, I think, with the AWP. There was a round later on that was really crucial where he got a double kill with the Deagle when they were like on a force buy. So he really stepped up for Hellraisers in that map. Something that I would like to point out, considering Titan, and this is on their T side on Overpass as well. This could be like a tip, an advice for like amateur teams or whatever. You could see in two rounds. One was the round where Smits ran through the Molotov and got 2 kills. It was the last round on the half. And on the first gun round, they went B after a default. They ran through the smoke. Smits again got an entry kill. So first time they went through a smoke, second time they went through a Molotov. The thing is, like, that was when they already committed to the B-bomb side. And even though Hellraisers put Molotovs and smokes, they still went through it. So my point is, like, when you're already committed to a site, you don't have that much time, or just a call has been made by Existence guy, let's go B. At that point, there's no stopping, like no Molotov, smokes, you just go in together as a unit. And even if you die because you're running through a smoke, the point is that you have to rely on your teammates to make the correct trade. And they won both of those rounds. So, yeah, but besides that, I think that this best of 3 was more about the aim duels and individual performance. And since as we said in the pre-game analysis, that both of these teams aren't as prepared as they would like to be because of the recent changes.
Yeah, I'm still, my biggest question is still where Simple got those shadow daggers. #new Simple. I hope those are his. But the aim duels was definitely a factor. Vince, I'll go to you. Scream looked pretty good in a few situations. Dust too, a couple good headshots as he did some retakes from the CT ramp onto the A site. And overall, he and Shox had a pretty stellar game throughout the latter two maps for sure.
And those are the two players that I think myself and Yanko said to watch out for, to highlight. Shox was fantastic throughout, but Scream landed some crazy shots. You saw towards the end as well that 1v2 clutch that he pulled off to actually secure it was amazing. Yeah. So they both fit in perfectly, I think, together. And as Shox said, they've been playing together for years anyway, so it's not the biggest surprise overall. Yeah,
I find it definitely interesting as well. But the thing that you said, Yanko, about the aim duels, that's only going to go so far. Coming into the major, how long is it going to take for them to structure into a tactical team as well?
Yeah, well, I think that it's a bit more than a month that Titan has, and I think that they should, as Shox said himself, they're going to focus on it real hard, maybe get in a boot camp, and I'm confident that team leader like Existence will prepare his team very well. And even as again Shox said in his interview, they all know each other really well. So I think it's not going to be as hard for them as it might be for a completely new team.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and one of the things where I could see this going wrong for Hellraisers as well was, of course, on Simple as well, because whilst he can bring so much to a team, he can also put them in a lot of weird positions. And this happened actually repeatedly, especially on Dust 2, because we actually saw Hellraisers were doing pretty well on Dust 2, generally speaking, but then there were a lot of spots which were played really inefficiently and very individually by Simple. You could see that he wasn't really factoring in what the rest of his team were doing in some of these crucial moments. Like, for example,
gets carried away a bit.
There was one round where they had, I think it was 2 players left on Titan, and there was 5 members left on Hellraisers, and they could have won that round cleanly. And it was a round in which their economy was really poor. So to do so, they would pick up an AWP, loads of different weapons, loads of rifles, sorry, and that would basically change the face of the match massively. And Simple was in a position with a Deagle on lower dark. They were boxed into after dark. They knew they were there, and Simple, instead of just holding the position to make sure that they cannot back away and letting his teammates help him out and let the T's make the move, he goes in with the Deagle to try to get the frags and play the hero.
Yeah,
and then what happens is now they have a way out all of a sudden. So now they can play this, and we also saw other situations where it wasn't just Simple in these spots, where we started to see Hellraisers get a little bit desperate. There was this one round where they later on where they were in a position where they could really damage the economy. They were low on the economy as well, and we saw Angel pushing into upper dark. They I think pushed Simple by Xbox and Dust 2 as well. And Angel was, I think you pointed out, 1 minute, there's 20 seconds on the round, not even 20 seconds have gone, and he's got upper dark. Yet he pushes T-spawn, and the thing is, the time we're waiting for this. They were just sitting there.
The angle they had, they just knew it was going to happen.
Yeah.
But also, what I would like to point out as well, like we were mentioning in the match between Hellraisers and Vex, that it wasn't so much amazing play from Hellraisers that won than Cobble. It was more like mistakes from Vex, and we could see that on Cobble against Titan, who are like a more maybe disciplined team, more experienced, better
definitely
individually as well.
Yeah.
We could see how that CT half was really good for Titan, and in my opinion, you could see that Scream's a bit uncomfortable in his new role. He's still trying to figure it out. He had some good rounds as the round that closed out the whole match, but with time, I really hope for Titan that they're going to break this curse, because they're they're just a team that I would like to.
A lot of fans. I mean, there's a lot of players on that team that people really enjoy.
Play style. It's such a beauty to watch, when it works. So there's this desire for it.
One thing I have to add to this point really quickly is the last time we saw Scream uncomfortable is actually when he got cut from Titan in the first place. Because that's actually exactly what happened. He was in a position where he's on a team of Shox, and he couldn't find a way to actually bring his style to the game. That's why he got cut.
One of the things that I just want to go back to very quickly, because Vince, I know you have a point you want to bring into this as well. You mentioned just about Angel and Simple's communication. There was one point when he kind of asked Simple, what are you doing? What are you doing? And then there was a moment when he paused for a second and looked to Simple and said, no, when I'm talking, you listen. That's it. And I think that that personality and the personalities that Hellraisers have are a little bit more dominant, a little more alpha than what even Blade had in Flipside. A lot of times when Blade was trying to tell him something to do and Simple talked back, Blade would just get annoyed and try and ignore him. Yeah, he just kind of phased him out, which didn't silence Simple. It just meant that he wouldn't, he would try and phase him out of his own mind. It still didn't change the gameplay. And Simple actually did respond to that. But to follow that up, because Simple's the kind of guy that if you say something like that to him, he's normally going to go like, oh, you're yelling at me, you're mad at me, screw you, I'm going to do my own thing. And that's when he starts to tilt. He's known for being that personality. About 2 rounds later, Angel was like back over to him like, hey, good job, buddy, good job, buddy.
That's when he got the 4K.
But it's super important that he goes back and hypes him up, because then he makes his point. Simple calms down, even if he tilts for a round or two. Angel brings him right back in. It's like no hard feelings, and then Simple goes, "Oh, okay, yeah, exactly." And I think that these personality combos, if Angel can continue to communicate like that with him, it may cause some up and downs during the match itself, but overall, it might actually be exactly what Simple needs. Vince, you had a point.
I completely agree with what you just said, and my point actually kind of follows on from that. I think Dust 2 was the turning point in this match, not just because obviously they picked up the map, but also that's when the communication breakdown started to come in. I was watching the players over there just to our left-hand side, and you started to see like these weird looks between players. Simple starts face-palming, and when you're playing and you see someone on your team like literally physically lashing out and almost punching the table and things, it's going to put people on tilt.
And of course the...
Yeah, exactly. The passive aggression, people notice that stuff.
So long as that doesn't go through voice comms, it won't affect everyone. But if that's in the comms, then that definitely is the worst.
But you still see the body language off anyway. So, and I feel like you're completely dead on the money that Angel kind of bossed him around a tiny bit. That's going to need to keep going, because he needs someone like that. He needs someone to be stern but also fair, like to hype him back up again, bring him up, knock him down.
I mean, this is like maybe a similar story for Hellraisers as it was for Renegades we talked about yesterday. They're still like the favorites. Whoever wins this following match, I think Hellraisers are still the favorites coming into it. So, and that's just tomorrow, it's real soon. So they should just cool down, maybe talk about it and get into the right mindset for tomorrow's game, since it's like a spot at the major.
I mean, the big question for me when it comes to Hellraisers is actually, I mean, it's fine to have it so that Simple's functional in your team and that he's not causing, let's say, emotional dysfunction within the team, let's say, to make other people play worse and so on and so forth. It's fine. Like, controlling him there is fine. But what my issue is when he puts his team, but his individual players put his team in like weird spots. That's what that's where it can really get weird, for example, because
that's where I hope that Angel continues to say like, no, this is the way it is. Obviously, Angel's not the shot caller, but having him right beside Simple, he can stare him straight in the eye and say it with authority.
But will he learn that? That's the thing, because I'm not sure that he will.
This is what I want to see from Hellraisers. I want them to continue playing their game, continue to have their personalities, and make sure Simple fits them, not the other way around. Because Simple has the personality type. Exactly. Because Simple, like you're saying, can come in and start to shift things, and if they don't do anything about it early, then the whole team slowly changes, whether intentional or not.
I mean, in a way, maybe you can compare it to Fnatic and JW, because what JW does, sometimes it's mind-blowing. It's like, why would anyone ever do this? But even if he does it and it doesn't work, his team is there to back him up. They made a play style around it and everything. So, but that doesn't fit every team. So they need to figure out, okay, are we going to do it like this? We're going to do it like that. Yeah. And you need time for that.
Actually, with JW as well, he's actually almost a hype man for the team as well. Like he's always communicating, always bringing them up, and he's just like the funny guy that's awesome to play with. So it's kind of a big contrast there as well.
That personality fits in. It's not quite as I guess you could say dominant in that sense that it's not oil and water. They actually mix quite well. That said, though, we are going to move on. We'll look at the bracket very quickly because our 4th spot of 8 so far has been occupied. The French flag flies high as Titan take it 2-1 over Hellraisers after being down 1 map to start things off. Of course, our next match, though, is for elimination. It's Skyred versus Vexed. It's the Polish team that played in the last major.